Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mindful Monday with Andrea from Thrive Reiki. We are so lucky to have her lead us in our mindfulness journey. We are grateful to her for since March, actually, she's been leading us in this journey. And I just have a small announcement to make before we start. She's going to take the month of August as a sabbatical to work on a few new things, and she will rejoin us in September. So in the interim for Mindful Mondays, we will be doing Yoga Nidra, which is a really relaxing practice. I'm sure a lot of you will find it if you try it out with us. It'll be the same Zoom link. It'll be the same time. We're not changing anything except for what we're doing, and we will miss Andrea, but we do understand that people need time to rejuvenate, recharge, and work on new things. So we're very excited to be still offering Mindful Mondays and excited to have this wonderful class with Andrea. And we've been working on processing the videos from the classes, and they will be on YPL's YouTube channel, which can be accessed from www.ypl.org. And I'll put that in the chat. So I just wanted to, make a few announcements before we start, and it's all good things. And now we are going to resume our regularly scheduled programming of Mindful Monday with Andrea.
Thank you so much, Sia. And good morning, everyone, again. And welcome to week 18 or week 19 of our Mindful Monday. I lost track, I'm sorry. But we've been here for a while, and thank you so much for joining me this morning, during these past months, the past weeks, whenever you had the opportunity to join. If you're new to us here, welcome. And I hope you had an opportunity as we're coming in to get settled, because the most important thing is during our practice that you are comfortable. So I always say there is no right way or wrong way, there is your way. Because when we are not comfortable, in the body or the mind, have something to focus on that can be distracting, it takes us away from where we want to go. So let's just take this moment again to check in with ourselves. Just checking in our positioning. Are we seated comfortably? Are we lying down comfortably where we are? And just checking in with ourselves and just noticing how we're feeling right now. Not to label it or not to judge it, but just to give us something as a starting point. And for you also to notice the shift at the end of our session together. And also as a confirmation, that what we're practicing together and actually what you are practicing, I'm just your guide, is helping you shift this morning. And maybe if you like, I invite you to close your eyes, to put the focus inwards, to help you get centered. But if you prefer to keep your eyes open, you can do so by keeping a focus point about 3 feet in front of you and just resting your gaze softly there. In yoga, they call that point drishti. That's the focus point. And let's just become the observer now. Let's see if we can step out of ourselves a little bit, step on the sidelines, and just begin to notice our breathing. Maybe just see how it feels. You can feel the change in temperature as the air is coming in through your nostrils. And then traveling down your throat into your chest. And does it stay in your chest or does it travel further down? What is your rhythm like? So you inhale longer than the exhale, or the exhale longer than the inhale. Let's just take a moment to observe, and I'm going to be quiet so that you do not get distracted by me and you can focus on your own breath for a moment. And now let's relax our jaws. And you can do so by opening your mouth just a little bit to create a little bit of space between the back of your teeth. And just notice how that may change the sensation. And if it's difficult for you to stay focused, we have some tools that can help us to stay focused. And I will start with one that we've been practicing a lot in these past weeks. And that is helping us to stay focused by counting. So on the inhale, let's count to 5 as the air is traveling in through our nose, traveling down the throat into the chest. And let's see if we can trace it back all the way into our lower belly. And then when the air reaches the lower belly and we have counted to 5, hold the air there for a moment. And then exhale to the count of 6 or 7 or more. And just find your own rhythm as you're inhaling slowly and deeply to your lower abdomen to the count of 5. Hold the air when it reaches there. And then exhale to the count of 6 or 7 or more. Finding your own rhythm. Inhaling slowly and deeply to the count of 5, all the way into your lower abdomen. Hold the air when it reaches there. And then exhale to the count of 6, 7 or more. And I'm going to be quiet for a bit again so that you can focus on your own rhythm. then letting go of the counting and just observing again where your breath is traveling, how it is feeling. Maybe longer and deeper and calmer and more relaxed. And just reminding ourselves in this moment that every inhale is an invitation to receive oxygen and support. And every exhale is an invitation to let go. Anything that doesn't serve us any longer. And while every inhale is an invitation to receive, and we exhale, letting go, it's also an invitation for us to soften our muscles, to soften into the space. Let's play with this idea for a bit, this concept. Inhaling to receive all the oxygen and support that is coming into your body, into your system, to support you, to increase your vitality. And on the exhale, as you're letting go, and just see how you can soften even more into your chair, into your couch, onto your bed. Fully aware that we don't need all this muscular tension to keep it together, to keep us together right now, because we are supported. Let's explore this idea of receiving and softening. And just find your own rhythm again. Inhaling slowly and deeply to receive. And on the exhale, finding the release, and so that you can soften even more into the here and now. And I'm going to be quiet again for a bit so that you can go on your own exploration. And sometimes when we do this exercise, it helps to invite some visuals in. So if you would like to explore that, you can visualize white or golden light or sunlight streaming into your system with every inhale. And on the exhale, as you let go of everything that doesn't serve you any longer, you can visualize this as a dark cloud or a smoke coming out of a chimney. And this is especially helpful when we have strong emotions and we need to vent quite literally, or we need an outlet for it. Or instead of the light, you can visualize, a nice cool breeze coming in. And on the exhale, you're letting go of all the fumes, not the fire, like dark clouds from a chimney. And then letting go of that visual, becoming the observer again. Maybe just notice how the air is feeling when it's coming in through your nose and how the temperature changes as the air is in your body. Paying attention to the movement of your body as you're breathing, to the rising and falling of your chest and of your belly maybe. Just finding the soothing, steady rhythm. And now, let us bring our attention to our feet. And let's bring the attention first to the right foot. And if you like, you can say good morning to every individual toe by bringing your attention there and just beginning to move your toes. Maybe if you want, you can try to move each single toe individually. It's quite challenging actually, but if you would like to try that, you can. It's quite a different exploration. And then bringing the focus to the heel that is either touching the floor, the ground, or the surface of your bed or your couch if you're lying down. And just bring your attention to your heel. And then let's make a toe fist with the right foot. And just hold it and squeeze, 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 and then let it go to release. Now let's bring your focus to your left foot, to your left toes, saying good morning to each individual toe. And if you like, try to move each individual toe one by one. And then bringing your focus to your left heel as it is resting on the ground, on the floor, or on your couch or on your bed. Then if you want, you can press your left heel to the surface for a little bit extra contact before you make a toe fist. And then hold it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and then let go to release. Now, if you like, let's press your heels either onto the floor, into the ground, both heels, both onto the ground, onto the floor, onto the surface if you're lying down. Just reinforcing the contact. And then let's make a toe fist with both feet at the same time. And then just hold it, hold it, hold it, and then open to release and let go. Moving our attention now to our lower legs. Maybe you can feel the air move on your skin. Or the fabric of your clothing, if that area is covered. And if you like, let's squeeze those calf muscles. Let's squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them, and then let go to release. Now moving our attention to our knees. Feeling again the movement of the air on our skin. Or the fabric of our clothing. And let's see if we can squeeze our knees. Just squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. And then let go to release. Now bringing our attention to our thighs. How they are supporting us, the majority of our body now if we're seated. Let's see if we can rotate the thighs a little bit inwards. And as we do so, let's hold this. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let go to release. Bringing our attention now to our stomach, into our belly. Just noticing the rising and falling of our stomach and our belly as we're breathing. And if you want, let's squeeze our belly for a few seconds, by sucking it in, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, and then let go to release. Now bringing our attention to our arms and to our hands. And just noticing how our arms are just resting, hanging loose on the side of our body. And then just making a fist with both hands. And hold it and squeeze it. Squeeze it, squeeze it, and then open your fingers to release. Now, if you want and if it feels comfortable for you, let's bring our shoulders up all the way to our ears. And just hold them there, hold them there, hold them there, and then just let them drop to release. This may be a little bit challenging when you're lying down, so just modify this for you. But for those of us who are seated, let's just bring our shoulders up to our ears and then just squeeze them and hold them. Hold them, hold, and then let them drop to release. And one more time, because this is an area where a lot of people carry a lot of tension. Bring the shoulders up to the ears and then just hold them there, hold them there, hold them there, and then let them drop. And now let's see if we can squeeze our shoulder blades in the back and just squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them, and then let go to release. And let's do this another time, just, bringing the shoulder blades together and squeezing them, squeezing them, squeezing them, and then letting go to release. And one more time. Bringing the shoulder blades together, squeezing them, and then let go to release. And just notice as you do so how your chest is opening. And let's just see if you can comfortably, keep a little bit of that increased space, of that increased openness in your chest. Because this gives you so much more volume to breathe. Let's take a moment again to check in with our jaws. If they're still nice and relaxed, and if not, what can we do? How can we adjust this? And just notice the change in sensations in your shoulders and in your necks. What happens when you open your mouth just a little bit and you have a little bit of space between the back of your teeth. And just notice how your neck muscles are feeling and how your shoulders are feeling when you do so. And just imagine your shoulders now as they're hanging loosely on your torso, the rib cage, like a coat on a coat rack. And then maybe from that position also, we can let our arms now dangle by the sides of our bodies, just letting them dangle. Bringing your attention now to the right hand, beginning to move one finger at a time. And then when you're done, bringing your attention to your left hand, moving one finger at a time at your left hand. And then very slowly, if you like, let's bring some movement into your fingers. Let's just move your fingers a little bit by wiggling them. Very slowly at the beginning, maybe you want to wiggle one finger at a time before the whole hand joins in. And just really keep the movement below the wrist. You move in your hands. Maybe very slowly that movement in your hands turning into a flicking motion, maybe shaking something off. Can we move move this movement now to our lower arms. First the right lower arm under the elbow, just letting that move a little bit, shaking things out. And then when we get a sensation for that, how about, bringing that also to a left lower arm and just moving that as well. Initiating the movement from the hands, just moving things around. And then let's see if we can increase the movement now to our upper arms. Make our arms and hands wobble for a bit. And just notice how that is feeling. And if you don't like it, don't do it. Quite simple. But it's nice to get some movement in there and just see. And just go on this exploration, and then maybe, if you want to stop it and then just bring your attention back to your feet, What happens if you begin to shake your foot from below the ankle, stop at the right foot. See if you can just move your right foot a little bit. From below the ankle. And then if you have a sensation there, maybe bring the attention now to your left foot below the ankle, and just move it, shake it a little bit there too. And if some other body parts would like to join in and swaying or shaking, let them. Whatever feels right and good for you. And then maybe if it feels right for you, you can stretch. And do some side twists if you want, if you can, where you're seated, and just waking up the body again a little bit. Hopefully feeling a little bit refreshed and rejuvenated. And then when you've had enough, return to stillness and just notice the movement inside of your body. The blood flow, the circulation. And one of my teachers describes this sensation as a shimmeringness. So can you feel that shimmeringness inside of you? And just tuning into this vibrancy. And as we slowly return to some stillness and focus. And we haven't done the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise in a while. So let's do this again to ground ourselves and to center ourselves through our senses in the here and now, in the room, in the environment where we are in right now. And just take a moment in your inner eye when you like to keep your eyes closed, or with your open eyes, the sense of sight, looking around your environment, your room where you are right now, noticing 5 things, 5 items that bring you joy. just going to give this a few more seconds. And now, by engaging the sense of touch, let's find 4 different textures where you are right now, either on your body or where you're seated, that you can touch and connect with the different texture. 4 different textures. And now turning to the sense of hearing. What 3 kinds of sound, different sounds are you hearing where you are right now? And my voice is not one of them. Now engaging our sense of smell. Let's find 2 smells or 2 scents where you are right now. And just tap into that kind of sensation. What can you smell where you are right now? Is it a subtle smell? Is it an overpowering smell? Something easily to identify? Is that just a hint? And then finally, let's bring our attention to the sense of taste. What kind of taste are you identifying now in your mouth? Is it the flavor of your mouthwash or your toothpaste, the beverage that you enjoyed this morning, or the food that you ate? Just noticing, engaging with our 5 senses. And now, let's take a moment to express gratitude. And just be grateful. Just list in your mind 3 things or 3 people or 3 situations that you're grateful for. And if this is difficult, then maybe look around the room again where you are right now, and maybe you are inspired to find 3 things there that you're grateful for. Thank you, and I thank you for joining me this morning for our practice. I thank you for joining me in the past weeks, months for this practice, for building this wonderful community, coming together, helping us through these challenging times.
Thank you so much, Andrea. We really all do appreciate your guidance, your coaching, your expertise, your knowledge, your calm manner, your soothing voice. And we really do appreciate Yonkers Public Library for throughout the pandemic, they have been doing Zoom programming, and they are committed to wellness and wellness programming, which is essential for staying calm, cool, and collected during trying times, like you said. And I do want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of our participants for always showing up, for being supportive of each other, being supportive of themselves, and for being an essential part of our library and our wellness community.